I mean, you're working with Tommy Morrison and bringing him to Fight Night at the Tank, and
I'm booking Tommy for appearances. Tommy's not fighting right now, currently. Hopefully he wants to fight again in the future. But right now, I'm just helping him get appearances, and he's working on a book deal and a TV situation. And I've known him 20 years, and he's a really nice guy, and so I'm just trying to help him get back on his feet.
Well, it's a long story, certainly in 1996, that shut him down with the HIV positive test. He's disputed it ever since. He's allegedly had a zillion tests that prove otherwise, but I just don't understand why he doesn't go and set the record straight, go to Nevada, go through the test and say, hey, look, here I am, I'm right. And if the commission, because he's 39, has to review him after that, so be it, Jackie. He needs to do that if he's serious.
Right, and I think that that's underway, but they are already predisposed not to want to fight for whatever reasons, and I'm not really sure why. But that's an issue he's going to have to resolve if he's going to move forward. He can fight out of the country, of course, but this is his home. You want to fight here.
Sure.
He's a wonderful specimen. If you look at him, he's in excellent shape. He's not been sick a day, and nobody in his life has tested positive. None of the women that he's been with, and all of his children are clean. And you know, if he had something, you'd think by now in all this time, either he'd be sick or somebody that he's been with would be sick.
Well, he said it was an erroneous test and they can't find the documentation. Is that?
I don't really know. I mean, I'm not avoiding telling you. I just don't really know what went down medically. I've never seen any of the paperwork, and I've never asked to see any of it.
The point is that if ever there was a chance for great white hope to emerge, it's now. And Tommy, you know, like I said earlier, the clock isn't in his favor, even though he's a young 39.
Well, you know, he's had this break in his career, and most of his fights were very brief fights because he knocked out so many of his opponents. So he isn't really aged in boxing the way some guys who've been to war. You know, his speech is fine and his mind is sharp and his body's he's in remarkable shape. But again, you have to have that clearance because in all fairness to other boxers, you want to make sure that there's not even the slightest chance that you could pass on something that could be deadly. And I think he respects that and has not tried to go against it. But if there's a way to resolve it, you know, hopefully he will, because he would still like to fight for another few years if he can.
Okay, it's a pleasure here in San Jose to have with us Tommy the Duke Morrison, who is planning his comeback. You've had 3 fights since the comeback, and the big deal is to get licensed in California and Nevada, Tommy. We hope to see it soon. What's the story?
Yeah, we're gonna take off and go to Vegas here probably in the next couple of months. Once we pass the medicals in Vegas, then we're free and clear to do whatever we want. Although I passed, you know, over a dozen tests, you know, I've got to go to Vegas. That's like the hub, and that's where it all happens. But you know, it's very political. You know, there's a lot of politics involved. Because I'm 39 years old, even if I pass the medicals, they don't have to give me a license. I think that they might be afraid of a lawsuit. You know?
Yeah, but to get everybody free and clear to say, hey, Tommy Morrison is going to be there for a world championship in the heavyweight division, you got to get the test done.
That's right. It's coming up. You know, I get asked that question all the time, and I address it on my website in 2 weeks, TommyMorrison.net, and you'll be able to get the answer to those questions.